We all enjoy getting closer to nature, trading the urban hustle and bustle to hear birdsong carried on the breeze through the trees. However, in the back of our minds, there's a nagging sensation tugging at our subconscious whenever we start the engine on our RV or tow vehicle and see the exhaust that soils the clean, crisp air. This may sound a little morose, but in less than 10 years, next year for some of us, this will no longer be the case. Our subconscious and consciousness will be clear. The technology of electric vehicles has migrated to RVs. Yep, there's another new acronym, ERV, Electric Recreational Vehicle. Welcome to Snowbirds and RV Travelers, the weekly show for RV enthusiasts, where we talk about parks, activities, travel tips, trends, reviews, and the latest news affecting your RV experience. For more content and guest opportunities, head over to rvpodcast.com. That's rvpodcast.com. Today's podcast was written and presented by Perry Mack. The challenge we have with any EV, electric vehicle, is range anxiety. Can we get to where we want to go and home again by relying on battery power alone? Much of this has been resolved with careful route planning, choosing to drive along highways with charge stations so you can confidently reach the destination you've chosen. There is a second challenge, which is the price. EVs are expensive, ERVs even more so. What some of us would like to see is an affordable base platform that we can build out ourselves, a do-it-yourself ERV. Let's look at a reimagined throwback from Britain, which not only has the capabilities we need in a camper van, but an incredible cool factor that any vintage enthusiast will gush over. Let's say you wake up one morning ready for a camper van, but can't stand the thought of driving an internal combustion engine. Perhaps you're ready to buy one, but you're weary of the cloned look of everything that's offered. The styling of the iconic Morris J-Type, which was built from 1948 to 1961, has been resurrected by Morris Commercial in the form of the Morris JE, a vintage profile on a modern, purpose-built architecture. With a 1,000-kilogram payload capacity, it could handle a van conversion, and the projected 400-kilometer range is competitive with most electric vehicles. The van will also have a 1,000-kilogram tow capacity, enough to tow everything from teardrops to small tent trailers. You could use the Morris as a lone RVer or a couple, and keep using it if you have a growing family. A key feature is its light weight. The strong base, in this case an all-aluminum skateboard design, combined with recycled carbon fiber body panels, allows it to just weigh 2,500 kilograms. Roughly 1,000 kilograms less than most vans with similar specs. The weight savings can then be distributed to higher payload and towing capacity. Exact load bay dimensions haven't been released at the time of this podcast, but Morris Commercial has promised a minimum of 6.6 cubic meters of load volume and enough floor space for a 4x8 sheet. To add some perspective, the iconic 2003 VW Campervan weighs 2,350 kilograms, has a load volume of only 5.3 cubic meters, a max payload of 630 kilograms, and a towing capacity of 680 kilograms. Now here on the West Coast, there are thousands of camperized Mitsubishi Delicas exploring British Columbia. The new Morris JE is bigger and stronger than both of these iconic camper vans. Now that being said, the Morris JE would still be a cozy RV. Q Lee, a China-born engineer who emigrated to the UK 30 years ago, is the driving force behind the Morris JE. She has a strong background in light trucks and vans to go along with her PhD degrees in mechanical engineering and materials. Lee says it's really interesting that tradesmen are our largest group of pre-orders. They include electricians, plumbers, property services, laundry collections, and carpet fitters, particularly if they're working in London and the cities with emissions-free zones. Emissions-free zones sounds like the future of federal, provincial, and state parks. Just like many lakes where the use of boats with combustion engines is prohibited, it's only a tiny step to park zones that do the same. No internal combustion engines allowed. which will include our beloved generators. Owners of EVs already enjoy many perks, including prime parking spots with charge stations and cheaper energy costs. A full charge at home for an EV is 1/5 to 1/4 of a comparable gas or truck. Future plans for a small pickup and passenger van are currently on the drawing board for the Morris JE. The exciting development is the support they announced at the International Campervan show in Stratford-upon-Avon in the UK. According to Morris Commercial, at every show they are asked, "Do you plan to make a Morris JE camper?" John Killick of Morris Commercial says the technology brings sustainability and lightweight to the van market, and further remarks on the look by saying, "It just makes everybody happy." Morris says the international deliveries will start after the UK launch in the fourth quarter of 2023, which probably translates into late 2024 for us in North America. By the way, you can place a pre-order and no deposit is required. Unfortunately, cost projections still put the Morris JE out of reach for many of us at $100,000 Canadian. But many Class B RVs are in the $200,000 range, so considering a do-it-yourself project isn't so unreasonable. If you'd like to have some fun, check out their Build Your Own page at morris-commercial.com, which allows you to choose between van or pickup body styles, customize the exterior with a plethora of eye-catching colors, and naturally, complimentary interior upholstery. If you're able, look in this podcast's written description for links to our other additional EV articles and podcasts, including one about a Canadian company who is currently implementing products and services to extend the range of EVs so they can go coast to coast to coast. A serious look at the real-world pros and cons of EVs is in the article, "Will EVs Replace the Diesel Engine?" and our Best EV Pickup for RVers Review and Analysis, where we rate the current crop of EV contenders for your RV experience. Thanks for listening to today's show. If you enjoyed it, share it with your friends. And if you'd like to hear more, please follow or subscribe. Your opinions are important, so please take a moment to share your ideas, comments on this show, or topics you'd like us to cover. For fun contests and picture submissions, check out our Instagram channel at Snowbirds RV Travelers. Snowbirds and RV Travelers is a Sun Cruiser Media production.